and this is lesson 8 of your first beginner level of the Piano Skills Foundation series. I'm hoping that you're enjoying practicing these lessons and have been putting at least a few days of practice into each one before moving on. At this point, you will hopefully have completed lessons 1 through 7, and now we're on lesson 8. And in this one, you're going to find a couple new things going on, a new exercise. Twinkle is moving up into the realm of exercise, and we're learning a new tune. So I hope you have a good time with this and practice well. Enjoy the practice while you're at it. So the first thing on your lesson 8 practice guide for you to practice are the notes on the staff and the piano. This week it'll be the same mixing groups sheets that you used on the lesson 7, but the only thing I've added is for you to try doing it with metronome, which I don't know that that's an extremely necessary part of what we're doing. So if you decide you don't like doing it this way, you certainly don't have to. Just keep on practicing, saying them, playing them. But I want to just demonstrate with just one sheet. I'll just choose one of them and do the whole sheet for you. Let's do the one where it's the bass clef, first little line E, and the first little line C, those two groups mixed together. So I'm going to hold it over here. I don't know, hopefully you can still see it. I'm going to put my right hand thumb on the line that I'm on if you guys want to try to follow this. This is the bottom line, C. I'm just going to name them and play them and see if we can get staying with the beat. This is E, C, C, E, E, D, C, D, E, B, C, F, E, C. Now the second line, C, E, D, D, C, E, E, C, C, E, F, B, C, E. Now we're on the third line. If I can get it to stay up, it's E, C, D, B, C, E, D, F, B, F, D, D, C, E, E, C. And then the last line is E, C, D, D, E, C, C, E, E, C, B, F, E, C, E, C. So that's kind of the idea. I think to me that seemed awfully fast for the one that jumps all over the place. So you could go slower or just do it without metronome. But hopefully at this point you're starting to recognize some of these notes without having to refer to just the anchor note and then count from there. You might be able to start just noticing all the notes and what they look like and becoming familiar with them. Good luck with that. So the second thing on your list are your exercises, and this week it's a new exercise. No longer the M and W exercise, but the thirds etude. Etude is just another word for exercise. You're going to start learning how to recognize on music as well as on the keys and in your fingers what are called intervals. The distance between a note, like from here to here, is called an interval. From here to here would be called a second. From here to here would be called a third. This is a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, an eighth, which we call an octave. You could even go a ninth, put this down, a 10th, 11th, and so forth, all right? So you understand what intervals are. Anyway, we name these according to the distance. So we're going to start with a thirds etude. And once again, as usual, I'll be giving you the music, and you can see what it looks like. This one, it actually kind of helps to see the pattern because you'll see that one hand is doing what I call rocking back and forth, while the other hand is just holding, or what I call blocking. Okay, so one hand's rocking, one hand's blocking. The right hand's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, while the left hand goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then you just move that pattern up. So let me play them together. I'll put the metronome at sort of beginning speed for you that might be good, which would be 80. And I'm just going to go ahead and do it all the way up and down. You're going to use, and you'll notice on your practice guide, it gives you three different groups of fingers. 1 and 3 is the first one. That's the one I'm going to show you. And then 2 and 4, and then 3 and 5. So you can alternate, do different fingerings each day, or you can go through the whole exercise with all three different fingerings. In other words, do the exercise 3 times with a different fingering each time. I'm just going to start you out with the 1-3 fingering. The right hand's picking number 1 on C, the third finger on E, left hand, third finger on C, number 1 on E. And this is how it goes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then you move it up. 2 and 3 and 4. Then you move it up. Try to keep the right hand smooth. The hand that is rocking can play smoothly from note to note. And 2. Notice how I keep my thumb tall to keep the hand in a good position. Count it, it would be 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then you switch. Right hand's going to do the blocking, left hand's going to do the rocking. Here it goes. 1 and 2. Try to relax those arms. And now it's the left hand that's keeping smooth. In a nice position. Third etude with a number 1 and number 3 fingering. So the next time you do it, use a number 2 and a number 4 in both hands. 4 and 2, like this. Okay? And then the next time you do it after that, you would switch to a 5 and a 3. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but so you have a 3 and a 5 in the right hand, and a 3 and a 5 in the left hand. Right? So hopefully you understand how that third etude works. Now, after that, you would, of course, as usual, do your arpeggios. I'm going to double the speed on these just to see that, to show you how to play through them faster if you'd like. I know I always write down, say the note names for you as you play, but you don't have to do that. Let's just try playing them double time. If you don't want to go this fast, you don't have to. Really, I'm doing it to try to save time on the video. This is the 4 chord. And then the 5 chord. As you get faster like this, you want to try to make it feel like every note leads to the next one. This is the 5-7 chord. To the 1 chord. Okay, and that is the arpeggios. Now I'm going to just move on to the cadence. New on the cadence this week, at least I believe it's new. I'm trying to remember back to lesson 7. I wasn't paying attention. You probably know. You were probably still playing 4 times on each chord for your cadence. Now I've changed it to 2 times. Because at this point, you're getting good enough at your chords, you can think ahead quicker and move to the next chord. So I'm just going to play it with both hands. You could still do a right hand and a left hand, but here we go with both. 2 times on each chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. At the end, I add 1 extra one so that it sounds finished. And then I'm just going to go right into Twinkle, Twinkle. You'll notice that Twinkle has now been moved up into your exercises, and that's where it's going to stay for a while. So we're going to make Twinkle a part of your exercises. I'm going to do this faster now because I want to get save time on the video and move it up to 120. switch to the 5/7 chord, 1 chord, 5/7, 1 chord. Still the 1 chord, 5/7, 1 chord, and then do it again. Do not expect you to be playing this fast yet. Just whatever tempo fits you the best, and which makes it easy to play it through like that. And then you're going to switch them. The left hand playing the melody, the right hand playing Alberti. That is how you play through all your exercises this week. Good luck with that. So the next thing on your list for lesson 8 is a new tune, Oh When the Saints Go Marching In. What I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to do this whenever we have a new one, is just play through it very slowly so you can kind of see how each phrase works. When you learn these, I'm not expecting you to sit there looking at the music. That's just for reference. But I'm going to go through and sort of teach it to you. You can learn it by looking at my hands. When you learn it, do it hand separately. You can focus on one hand or the other. But to save video time, I'm just going to play them both together. You can start and stop as you need to. I'm going to play it through. And when you're learning a tune, I think the best thing you can do is sing the song. So I'm going to try to sing it a little bit. Sorry about the bad voice. I'm going to start here. I am not a singer, but I'll try. So our first one we're going to do in the key of C. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, Lord, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. Okay, and that was in the key of C. Now I'm going to do it in the key of F. I should probably get a metronome going. I was going faster on that one than I should have. Let me go a little slower. I'll put it at 120. On the one that's in the key of F, you need to watch out for a B flat. So there's a B. This is B flat. So we're going to have one black note on this one. I'll go a little bit slower so you can kind of see what's happening here. All right, so there's the key of F, and then here's the saints in the key of G. So we're moving it up. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, Lord, I want to be in that number. When they're when the Saints go marching in 3 different keys. You could probably just get good at the key of C first and then move it around to the other 2. Good luck with that. All right, so for the reading exercises on your lesson 8, you have 2 pieces that are based on the anchor notes, the top line of bass clef and the bottom line of treble clef. I'm going to just play through each phrase for you, starting with the first phrase and the second, third, and fourth, and we'll go through them like that. I'll just play each one once. You're going to do each one 3 times perfectly and gradually work up your metronome. I've decided perhaps the best thing I can do for you is just to demonstrate each line separately and then play through the whole thing so you can hear how it goes. So if you want to look at your music while I do it and sort of keep an eye on the keys and see what I'm playing, that's fine. When you're doing it yourself, you keep your eyes glued to your music. Anyway, here's the first line. If you want to watch the music, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So that was the first line plus the first note of the next line. Now I'm going to do the second line, starting at measure 5. And we'll always go to the first note of the next line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, now I'm going to do the third line, starting in measure 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand, 1, 2, then the left hand. 3, 4, off. Now I'm going to play the whole song for you so you can hear what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was top line, bottom line. So practice that. Each phrase, 3 perfect. Work with your metronome. And the second reading piece is called bottom line, top line, because we're starting with the bottom of treble clef. I'll do the same thing. I'll play each line one time nice and slow. You get a feel for what it sounds like. And then I'll play through the whole thing so you can hear that as well. So I'm on the first line. Thumbs are sharing middle C again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And that's the first note of the second line. Here comes the second line, measure 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And then I'm going to start right there. This is the third line, starting at measure 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. First note, 1. Now I'm going to start on the fourth line, the last line of the piece. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. And then, of course, after you've done each line 3 perfect, you'll play the whole song, like I'm about to do now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And those were your 2 reading exercises. So you make sure you continue keeping your eyes on the music and counting out loud while you're practicing those, and you will gradually start feeling your reading skills growing. Good luck with that.